Howard Schnellenberger has come up with many innovative things here at Louisville, but the one thing he has done is bring them big-time football, something that most people thought he could never accomplish.
The one thing he needs to innovate right now is a drive. He's got to get him out of this end zone. Now, this is the area where they like to go to their tight end. Jeff Brown, if he's going to put it up, wants to throw it down the field.
Cardinals only have 22 yards in total offense so far. Start from their own 1. Dawkins, quick handoff. A little breathing room, gets out to about the 3. Darryl Hardy, number 87, in on the tackle. 6'3", 220, a senior from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Tennessee's defense is built on letting their linebackers run free. Last year, Ernest Fields led the defense with 140 tackles. Darryl Hardy, the other linebacker, was second with 95, and Sean Walker was third with 82. So their linebackers are active in their defense.
2nd and 7. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go, first quarter. The frenzy of the crowd has died, but they're still making some noise. Dawkins tries to turn the corner. Stayed on his feet outside the 7-yard line. Dawkins gained 162 yards last week on 27 carries.
Jeff Brown, as I said earlier, will check off, but here I think he made a mistake and checked off to the power of the Tennessee defense. Plus, Tennessee was on a slant. They slanted all their defensive linemen to the formation. They'll do that. Sometimes when Louisville goes to a formation where they put the halfback to one side, that's where the slant will go, which will open the waggle eventually.
3rd and 4 for Brom, whose father played quarterback at Louisville from 1966 to 69. Boykin will try to get the first down, and may have it as he crosses the 10. That would be a big, big play if they can keep the football.
Well, as I said earlier, they need to keep the crowd in the game. They need to stay close. They're behind 7-0, but it's not time to panic. They made one mistake. Let Carl Pickens out of the open and let him run, but they're playing well. They're settled down. Howard Schnellenberger's a veteran coach. He's been here before.
Well, letting Pickens loose, a mistake a lot of people have made over the years. It is a first down, Louisville. They spot the ball at the 12. Boykin goes to a wing. Dawkins will get the carry on a delay. He's wrapped up, picked up just about a yard. Ernest Fields brought him down. Let's go down to the field and Dr. Jerry Punch. Jerry?
Thank you, Mike. I'm with Lawrence Layton Smith, the orchestra director for the Louisville Orchestra. And how did this come about, having an orchestra perform at a football game, Larry?
It's a long story. Coach Schnellenberger and I are reasonably good friends, and he happened to have shown up at a concert where he actually conducted a piece. And so I thought, well, we'll return in kind. We'll go and we'll play with it. And he was very successful as a conductor of the orchestra.
We'll come back in just a moment.
All right, Jerry. 2nd and 9. Brom with a shorter drop this time and throws complete to Jones at the 19-yard line. Let's go back to Jerry Punch and finish up the story on the symphony. Jerry?
Now, Larry, he came down and conducted your orchestra. Now, did you reciprocate and give him a play to run the night?
Of course I did. I can't tell you which play, though, but it might win the game.
It might win the game. The Louisville Orchestra will celebrate their anniversary here, and they'll also be on at halftime, guys.
All right, Jerry, thank you very much.
Touchdown and 3.
Completion carries the ball out to the 19-yard line, and it's 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals.
I think they're going to let the quarter run out.
The more that ticks off that clock, the better for Louisville. The closer you get to the end of the game being in contention. At the end of a period, Tennessee 7, Louisville nothing.
Next time.
Win a trip for 2 to the Thrifty Car Rental Holiday Bowl, including 5 days in sunny San Diego. You'll see a great game, visit SeaWorld, and drive away in a 1992 Chrysler LeBaron convertible. To enter, stop by any Thrifty car rental location or fill out the official entry form in select Monday editions of USA Today. Or simply print your name and address on a 3x5 card and mail to this address. Round-trip air transportation provided by U.S. Air.
If you're a comparison shopper, come to the Isuzu Invitational. At $2,300 off, you might discover that you're a real trooper. Or maybe you'll discover you're a stylish person. And even if you're an impulse buyer, you'll find yourself in for a real pickup. So if you're thinking about a change, be a trooper and hurry to the Isuzu Invitational to compare and save on Isuzu cars and trucks. Or really just save, because with Isuzu, there's no comparison.
Flying coach was a bit of a drag, but I'm here.
Jane, I'd like you to meet Peter. Peter makes movies.
Features.
Hi, we were just talking about this movie that HBO made. It was so intense. Did you make that movie?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't make that.
I'm at home thinking they'll never show it.
And then they show it.
Are you talking about that HBO movie?
Yeah, really gutsy, huh?
I didn't even know they made movies. Did you make that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. I read that movie caused a lot of controversy. But you probably stay away from stuff like that, huh? Too risky, huh?
If it's a movie that's powerful, provocative, a movie that gets talked about, you can be sure that HBO will make it.
It was edgy.
Poignant.
No, I didn't make it.
Excuse me. I heard you make movies for HBO?
Yes. Yes, I do.
HBO original movies, only on HBO.
You know, people have been talking about my movies all night.
This is our premiere telecast of our Thursday night CFA football package, coming to you live from Louisville, Tennessee. I did it again. Louisville, Kentucky, where Tennessee and Louisville are facing each other. 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. And motion on the offensive line as Billy Bosworth just had a seat.
Well, the problem is Billy Bosworth has moved his position now. He is filling in and has moved to left tackle because Kevin Bluemeyer's out. So it's a new position for him. The wide receiver ran again, started too early. The crowd noise is affecting Louisville also.
Dead ball. We'll take a foul. University of Louisville.
We will check on Blumeyer. Dr. Jerry Punch going to go over and talk to him. The other thing that this means is that Rodriguez, the backup tackle, has to come in and play on the right side in place of Billy Bosworth.
I'd watch for a delay right here. Something where they run receivers through and either delay the tight end or back.
Brown straight back against the 3-man rush. Dumps it. There's the delay, but it's not very successful this time. Anthony Seamack, the tight end, makes the catch, and Sean Walker wraps him up.
They ran the delay as I felt they would. Tennessee did a good job of their linebackers. Here, watch Rodriguez in his first try. It's good to give him a chance to get settled also. He got beat inside. The tackle late on Jeff Brown.
Wilmsmeyer is back to punt. Carter waits at his 45. High, soaring kick this time. And Carter steps up to the 48-yard line. Makes the fair catch there. Punt of 35 and no return. Major League Baseball comes your way again tomorrow night. Doubleheader action at 7:30. Most of you will see Oakland against Detroit. The Tigers just continue to hang in there. Followed by St. Louis at San Diego. And the Cardinals starting to see any hopes of a division title fade away from them. The American League East, Detroit only 3 games back, 2 in the loss column. Boston 5.5 back. So we hope you'll join us for that. Henson and Poe are the running backs.
Henson, the ball carrier.
And Henson crosses into Louisville territory down to the 49-yard line.
Tennessee has 2 young backs who are going to be good football players. Aaron Hayden, a freshman, and James Stewart. Look for them early in this ball game. Johnny Majors to give them some confidence and get the football to him.
2nd and 7 for Tennessee. Kelly play action. Plenty of time. Floats it across the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buchanan. Buchanan still on his feet.
Kelly threw a beautiful pass. Again, I keep mentioning Carl Pickens. They rolled to Carl Pickens' side and left the tight end wide open. Mark Adams, the ball's right to him, just bounces off his hands. Great interception by Ray Buchanan, a great return. And again, keep the crowd in the ball games, what Louisville's trying to do. Watch the coverage on Pickens. This is why the tight end's open. Here's the roll of the corner right there, William Blackford. Here comes the safety over the top. You'll see in a couple minutes. That's left the tight end open.
Huge break for Louisville at the Tennessee 32. Dawkins spun off one tackle, got to the 31-yard line. Nice job by Kerry Bailey to wrap him up, and Blumeyer has come back in at left tackle. And we are told from the bench that they were resting him for a series. What's important about this is the offensive line, particularly Billy Bosworth, met with the quarterback 3 different times this week and told Jeff Brom, stay in the pocket, we'll give you the time, we'll protect you. So far, he hasn't lived up to the promise.
Jeff Brom has to get the ball to his tight end, Jose Gonzalez.
2nd and 9. Brom on a roll, he's in trouble. Got away twice. Floats it, and Boykin can't get it at the 23. Well, Brom looked like Houdini. Todd Kelly and Shazan Bradley both had shots at him and missed.
Well, if Howard Snellenberger looked at Jeff Brom last week and said, I want you to stay in the pocket, he's not going to argue with the decisions this young man's making early tonight because he's on the run. He's running for his life. Protection's breaking down, and he's giving them a chance with his scramble ability. But the problem is when you have a scrambling quarterback, just like Major Harris, you can't practice broken routes. You have a new route every play.
If Howard Snellenberger says stay in the pocket, he's going to say, what pocket? You find it for me, I'll stay in it.
He'll need a new quarterback if he stays in the pocket.
3rd and 9. Big play. Brom got it complete. Inside the 20 to the Tennessee 17. Mark Fletcher made the tackle. A gain of 14, and Brom was right on target that time.
When you have trouble protecting, keep the tight end in. Here's Jose Gonzalez against Chuck Smith. They're going to double him to give Jeff Brom a chance to stay in the pocket and throw the route.
And Brom is taking a shorter drop, too. At the beginning of the game, he was going back 7 steps and meeting Tennessee linemen when he got there. Dawkins. And Louisville has had absolutely no success getting outside on Tennessee.
Their linebackers run too quickly. You have to establish a running game inside before you can go outside. Mark Fletcher made the tackle to safety. They're coming up so fast, so play-action pass again becomes a possibility. When they kept their tight end there, I like that. Howard Snellenberger is a veteran coach with a passing game. That's something Bill Walsh believed in a lot. Keep your tight end in. If you're having trouble, keep him in. Help yourself protection-wise.
2nd and 11. Dawkins now 19 yards on 8 carries in the first half. Here comes the Tennessee rush. Brom escapes, throws, and incomplete. There is a flag down on the play back at the 18-yard line. Boy, Tennessee putting severe pressure.
Offside.
There's a break for the Cardinals.
I know Howard wants a drop-back game, but the best single item he has going for himself right now with that Tennessee rush is the fact that Jeff Brom can scramble. It's going to put more gray hair on Howard's head, though, but
I don't think there's room.
Always room for one more.
2nd and 6 after the penalty. Louisville trailing Tennessee by 7. Boykin on the delay. To the 5. Fumbled the football, but it's recovered by the flanker, Greg Brom. They will move it back because you can't advance the ball on a fumble, but Brom made the recovery and kept the ball in Louisville's possession.
I think they're going to give it to him, Mike, because I think what they thought is he was down. Now, watch this play. Watch, you'll see Greg Brown come in here in a few minutes. There's a tackle. The ball's loose before he went down. There's Greg Brown, a heady player, the brother of the quarterback, Jeff Brown. And they gave him the recovery.
They'll put it at the 2. 1st and goal, Louisville.
Tonight, if Louisville scores, the people out there might want to turn down their volume in the sets because this place is going to go crazy. They must think outside against the big rush of Tennessee and the size.
Dawkins and Boykin in the eye. Boykin the deep man. Boykin gets it. Dives. Got to the 1. And paid for it. Ben Talley and Roderick Lewis came through, and Talley really nailed it.
Ben Talley, number 90. You'll see him come into the picture right here. Make the tackle. Watch Talley step up there with his shoulder square. Again, with the size Tennessee has, you either have to go outside or over the top.
2nd and goal from the 1. Dawkins. Got it close, but not in. He tried.
Now here's where you have to think the same type of play, or Greg Brown, Jeff Brown is such a good athlete, quarterback sneak possibilities.
Or how about the play action naked bootleg?
I'm looking, if I'm Howard Snellenberger and he's showing you how far it is, I think he's going to run this play. I look for the quarterback sneak.
Louisville trying to tie with 9:42 to go first half against 11th ranked Tennessee in front of a record crowd. Quarterback sneak, no chance. He may have lost some yardage.
Well,
he
Howard
was very tentative on it.
Howard and I were thinking the same. You've got to go for the touchdown. You have no, I don't think Howard has a decision to make right here. You don't like to take the ball at the line of scrimmage a great deal because Tennessee has such a strong front. You have to go over the top. I still wouldn't rule out the quarterback sneak again, but Jeff Brown, you're right. Look, tentative trying to go in there. They may take a timeout and talk it over.
Lost about a foot, and that's exactly what they are going to do because this is too big a play to call something you don't want. We've got a timeout on the field, 8:54 to go in the half, and a 7-point game.
State Farm presents the rules of the game.
Today we are talking about a play in which the defense intercepts a pass within its 5-yard line. His momentum carries him into the end zone where he is tackled. What is the call? Is it a safety?
State Farm.